So before we get to me swimming through underground caves on the Big Island, we've got to go back a bit. Back to a smaller island. A more wild island.
Type right, this is like a movie, but it's really very lifelike. Every single night, right? Every single.
We're just pulling stuff out of the fridge, so I have some neighbor's eggs that I won't eat, but you guys are gonna eat. Some pancakes that are crusting to the pan. Some decaf that's gonna be working in just a second. And some really bad muffins that I made the other day.
Oh, I bet they're great.
No, they're literally just protein powder.
That's great.
The only redeeming quality is the chocolate chips on top.
Right now, I'm most excited about moisturizing my skin. This is Pond's. They're the only thing that was in travel size containers. What we're doing now.
Tonight I'm losing my layers.
Our first hours on Maui, we met up with some strangers from the internet, and it was amazing. When we left home, it was snowing, so to spend the first afternoon of the trip swimming and watching the sunset over the ocean, that was perfect.
So won't you come back into me where you belong?
It took a day or so to get used to the island life, but man, once we got used to it, there was no going back.
All we ever wanted is to feel alive. Baby, moonlight, and the time's so right. We all share this moment and never sunrise. So just all we ever wanted is to feel alive.
But like, look at all this. This is straight up. We are inside the clouds right now. And this is just wild. Is we are gonna pop through the clouds here in a second, and it should look like we are on Mars. So this is about to be maybe one of the highlights of the trip. And this is technically like day one. So that's wild. Life is crazy.
Life's crazy.
So Payne and I are car camping, and the only food we have the entire night are some seeds and raisins. So, yo boys going into starvation mode tonight. So the next few days would see us staying with Jackson and Dorothy, two friends that had just moved to Maui to work at a hostel. Oh, for sure. We got to hang with them for a few days, and during that time exploring the coast of Maui together, there was one thing that stood out over anything else the island had to offer, and that was the ocean. At this point, we'd picked out our favorite sunset spot on the island. And for our last day in Maui, it really didn't disappoint. We only had a few hours left on one of the most beautiful places I've ever set foot on. And as sad as that was, the trip was only halfway over. It was time to leave Maui for somewhere bigger. So now we are swimming through the underground caves, and you should all be caught up. To be quite honest, we didn't stay in these caves for long because we're in Hawaii. Why would we want to be underground, right? Over here have challenged us to a rock skipping contest. And like us Bama boys, hey, let me tell you,
they ain't gonna skip like us Bama boys.
Waking up on the beach the next morning, it was perfect. The sunrise was incredible, the air was crisp and cool. The hike back up the cliff, though, that was a little tough, not gonna lie. But the rest of our time on the Big Island was chill. And that's the thing, the Big Island, it's very relaxed, and you're able to take your time. But there's still plenty of beautiful things out there to see. As sad as it was to leave, it was eventually time to come back home. And as good of a time we had here on Hawaii, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we found ourselves through adventure. You don't find yourself through adventure. You were found before you were born. And as a sculptor shapes stone and iron sharpens iron, it's our experiences that help reveal what gives us life. And once we found what that is, share it with the world. Come back, though, because that's where the things that matter are. And don't forget the time that you've spent, the people you met, and the memories you share.
We've come a long way from where we began. We started